Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 34 of Controllers and Coffee. What's up? I'm Elliot Porter, and I'm joined, as always, by the one and only Kat Gerritsen. What's going on, Kat?
Oh, yeah, this one me. Just here to talk video game, talk shit.
That's what we do. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the one and only Laz, the man always in the chat early on. And welcome, Lost Forever. What's up? Thanks for commenting before we even got kicked off. So appreciate y'all. Today, whatever time it is for you, we're going to be talking about Monster Hunter Stories 2 again, because Kat, you've been playing the full release. And Absolutely. By the looks of your Twitter account, fucking loving it.
Oh, yeah.
Spoilers. I can't wait to, spoiler alert. It's good. We're also going to be talking about the PlayStation State of Play. So hilariously, last week, about half an hour after we went live, Nintendo and PlayStation both announced things. PlayStation's was, to be later in the week, but Nintendo's was also literally announced minutes after we stopped recording. So we're going to talk about the SWOLED. And give our thoughts on that. And hey, if you've ever watched this show before, I imagine you can probably predict, how we're gonna talk about Nintendo. No, never.
What are you saying?
I don't know. We're not biased at all. Xbox State of Play, exactly, because Deathloop was the main focus.
It was.
If you are just stumbling upon this video, welcome. Thank you for watching. If you want the audio version of this live stream, though, we are on all podcast platforms, and you can find us at anchor.fm/controllers and coffee. And hey, if you ever want to ask us a question on the show, send us through an email, controllersandcoffee@gmail.com. We'd love to answer your questions. If you have something long-winded and something you want, us to think about. So, before we get started with Monster Hunter, I just want to say that I finished Scarlet Nexus.
Oh, freaking lovely!
Yeah,
tell me about it.
Okay, so no spoilers, obviously, because I don't want to spoil that anime goodness, but it was bananas. Let's just say that. It was absolutely insane.
It was banana.
It really, it was so good. The ending was absolutely crazy. Like the final boss is just like, all right, it's a normal dude, and then it's like the full JRPG thing where they turn into pretty much like a god,
a demon, demon god.
Like it was so. I can't even describe what was going on. It was crazy. But you know what I did do?
Yeah.
Just a little aside.
Yeah. Tell me.
So when you finish the game, you save your cleared game progress so you can start New Game Plus, which is great. Yeah. I didn't know that. So now I've started my second run through as Yuito. And I'm level 60, and like I can like pretty much got all my skills and everything like that. And I think it even keeps your like companion levels up, so you have all their benefits and stuff when you get your companion. So that's sick. So it's going to make playing through a second time like piss easy. And I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to play through again. But so you save your cleared game progress, and then you can go back and you're just at the just before the final mission, but you can like do. It's weird. They kind of act like the game's finished, but then you can go and do the final mission again. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a game. Classic game. And so I was getting some extra missions and getting my companions up to level 6. And then I'm like, all right, I'll save. And I hit save. And then I hit, like, a little box came up and I just hit yes. And I was like, oh, shit. I'm pretty sure that didn't say, are you sure you want to save? I'm pretty sure that said, if you save over your cleared game progress, you can't do New Game Plus, which I did do. I was so annoyed. So I had to do the final boss again.
Oh, no.
Kill the final boss. I mean, the final boss itself didn't take that long. It was like the hour of cutscenes that I skipped through the second time.
Thank God.
Oh my God. I was like, oh, did I just do that? That's such a rookie move. So I beat the final boss again. Great. It was fun.
Nice. You loved it that much.
Yeah, I loved it that much. I just wanted to see the weird, freaky I don't even know how to explain it. Like giant statue men. I don't know. It was very strange. It was cool.
Big statues.
Very cool. But yeah, highly recommend that game. Heaps of fun. Combat's really good. Has some downfalls.
And what are these downfalls?
Hours. The downfalls is kind of what I was talking about last week. Like the exposition is really like frustrating at times. Like, you know how some games, you know how a lot of games and TV shows and stuff, when you finish, like you finish the show or you finish the game and you're like, oh, all these questions, I've got all these questions to ask. And like, oh, did this thing happen because like this and did it like, I mean, this is fine, but like one of the things that is frustrating about that game is like there were no questions unanswered because they literally spelled out every single thing. Like there was like, no.
I will clear up everything right now.
You think, you know, you roll credits and then there's an after credits scene, and then it's like you talk to each character quickly, and they like explain to you what's happening. And it's really like, I don't know, it's just not, it's not well done in a way that like leaves you like there's satisfied. No conversation after the fact where you're going to be like, oh, do you reckon this was like because this happened? And maybe when like, you know, there's time travel involved, and like that just always creates great conversations, I think. Yeah. But in this, it was like, shit, like they kind of explained every single bit of the time travel to you and like how that worked. So, yeah. That was my biggest gripe with the game. I think, I think like that was a problem throughout the whole game as well. Like,
yeah, too much knowledge,
too much exposition of like, you know, something would happen and then they'd just be like, that's because of this. And it's like, yeah, but I could have worked that out from context. But
yeah,
you literally spelled it out. Yeah, it was a bit frustrating because I like having to like, I like, especially with something that kind of mysterious, like the game's got a lot of mystery and weird stuff. It's like, that would be really cool to be like, oh, do you think this is why this is happening? Or, you know, trying to piece the clues together, but they really spell it out for you.
Yeah.
Also, some of the level design was just a bit, I think it was like, I don't know if it was a budget thing or not, but like, you kind of, there's say maybe, I don't know, 12 areas and you kind of just go through them throughout the whole game. Like they're all separate parts of the map, but it's like, this mission's going to take you to, you know, it's like the market area. This mission's going to take you to the, I don't know, the construction site. Like, and you're going to go back there, and then you're going to go back to the like secret base. And then you're going to go, there were two main areas towards like the latter half or latter third of the game that you didn't go to at the start, but then you go to them like 3 times and it's the same map, and you're like, it's like,
oh yeah, like you're just like, oh, I will go the exact same way I went last time, and different things will be here.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like not even different things; it's the same enemies, because you can go back to farm as well. Yeah. So like, it's the same layout, the same enemies. Like it's kind of like Dragon Age 2, which you haven't played, have you? But that's got a lot of repeated areas, and you feel like you're running through the same stuff over and over again. That's just one, you know, gripe. I mean, it's not like, it's not super frustrating, but it's just like, it could have been, they could have been more creative on how they did their level design. But overall, good game, worth a buy, heaps fun. Nice. Combat is amazing. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Are you doing like a rating on it, or?
No, I've taken a leaf out of your book and
fuck numbers. I hate that shit.
Yeah, if I was reviewing it properly, I don't know.
That's fine. You don't have to have a number.
Yeah. Taking a rule out of your book. I know. Yeah, you hate numbers, so I'm like, nah, Cat wouldn't do it. Speaking of 10 out of 10 games, though.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Oh, so good. Do you wanna watch my little vids while we talk? My little one only vid, not vids.
Hell yes. I don't know if we can restart this video, but check it
it's
out.
Okay.
I've production quality.
Created a spot for it. So here's some Monster Hunter. I'm fucking loving this game. I have not put it down. Mm-hmm. By the way, that's the worst fucking creature that we just walked past. I hate that bitch. I went on a rant about it on stream. It's so fucking ugly. But I have not put this game down since it came out. Like, I've played it nonstop. Like the demo I played for 5.5 hours. The day it came out, I had to play for 6 hours like of the game. Like, and every day since I'm playing it. It is so good and so I just want to catch more eggs. I want to go steal fucking eggs. I want to beat bitches up. The story is so oddly compelling. Like,
really?
I really want to fucking experience what's going on. Like, the areas are great. Yesterday, right, I got to a new town, and it's the fourth town, the fourth like big zone area. Because the one is the demo, which is your island. Then you go to like a plains area, a snow area, and now I'm sort of in like more of a kind of a desert oasis sort of area. Fourth area. And the map's a C shape with the island. So I've done the island, I've done the whole bottom of the sea, and now I'm going into like the top section of the sea. And I was like, wow, I'm getting through it. Like, I'm knocking this game out. This lady gives me a quest, and she's like, oh yeah, you need to fill 30% of the Monsterpedia. And I was like, oh, done, bitch. Like, you should see how many monsters I've got, bro. I did 19%. I was like, what do you mean I've done 19%? Like, I don't know if there's like another island they end up going to, or I have no idea. It seems like there's so much left to go. Like, I am unlocking new things all the time, and I'm like, this seems like a part of just the base game. Like, what do you mean I just unlocked it? Like, how not far into this am I?
Mad.
But man, I've been having such a good time, and I've been talking to some of my friends and viewers about it, and basically what I can boil the game down to is a turn-based rock paper scissors game. Like,
yeah, that's kind of like
doing.
I guess Pokemon's kind of like that, right? Like with the effectiveness and stuff like that, or is it more like 3 options?
It's just more, there's 3 options that have all these branching options sort of thing. So if you look at the gameplay, down the bottom, you can see we had technical, speed, and power attacks.
Yeah.
And your technical speed or power attack could be for yourself, it could be like a hammer or a sword or a bow and arrow or a lance. So all of those have technical speed and power. And then you've also got like special move like Inferno Gas that Basarius is about to do, which is a power move. And each time you do any attack, you want to be countering what your enemy is doing. So like technical beats power. No, I don't. It's so hard. Anyways, it goes around in a circle. I think technical beats power, beats speed, beats technical.
Yeah.
Or the other
so
way
it's
around.
Literally,
technical beats speed, 3. Beats power, beats technical. Yeah.
Sure.
And like there's the icon that comes up on the left-hand side when you're choosing has the little arrows to tell you which one's better than what, but you don't get to know what your enemy's doing before they do it. So you have to like learn and be like, oh, this monster normally does technical attacks, but when they get angry, they do power attacks instead. And so like you just have to remember, which is really, really difficult. Okay. Whereas with your weapon types, it like prompts you and shows you once you've hit them.
Okay. Can you like inspect your enemies like you can in a lot of JRPGs where like no.
You can never find out, like, this is my favorite fucking kinship.
I guess because that would kind of defeat the purpose, wouldn't it? If you know exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, so you can learn by hitting them whether or not they are weak against like the hammer or arrow or sword. Right. So you can see that once you've hit them, but you always have to guess what type of rock, paper, scissors they're using. And sometimes they just do something fucking different. Like normally they use speed attacks and suddenly he's going to do power. So it's going to kick my ass sort of thing, you know?
Right. And last week when we were talking about it, you said your companions, you don't control what they're doing. You only control your character. Is that right? So what we're seeing here with the is it 4. You, your beast, and 2 companions, or are they?
It's me, my beast, my companion, and their beast.
Oh, and their beast, right? Frostfang. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I control all of my moves. I can sometimes force my monstie into doing like a technical, like special attack. But you need to have raised your kinship meter with them, so you can't always do that. So the other thing is like the monsties are like what's the word? I don't know. They're just like more likely to do one attack over another. So this guy would be like a speed guy, and someone else would be predisposed. That's the word. Someone else will be a technical person. And so you can switch between them during the battle, and that doesn't take a turn to try and force one out that should make the right move. And then if you do it right and you'll get sweet moves, you can do like double attacks and all this shit, but I don't quite get how all of it works because I thought double attacks were if you both do the same type of attack that the monster is weak to when the monster is attacking one of you, but it doesn't always go. I don't know why.
Fair enough.
Like there's some little things I'm just like, I don't know why this has happened. Like I don't get it. Like I thought I was doing everything right, and now I'm fucking getting bonked. Don't get it. Don't get it.
Man, the monsters look sick. Also, I really like the UI. Oh, there's a double attack.
There's a double attack.
I really like the UI. It's very cool.
Yeah, and you can speed it up.
Yeah, at all what I expected. Yeah, nice. Really? So the quicker transitions and stuff.
Yeah. So there's when you have your filled kinship meter and you do like a special attack with just you and your monstie, they're like, I don't know, 15, 20-second animations, sometimes longer. But you can just like skip the whole thing. If you're on if you're on 3 times, it'll auto skip it for you and stuff.
Right.
That bird really
I see. Yeah, the speed at the top.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And then you get points based on how well you've done. Like if a monster attacks you and you attack it back, it's a head-to-head. And if you win, obviously you do more damage, you gain less damage against you, and you get more points. The more points you have at the end, and depending on how many parts you break of the monster, is how much stuff you get. And you use that stuff to make your gear.
Yeah. And you said that's how you level up. Like that's the only way to be stronger?
Yeah. Well, your monsties level up.
Right.
But normally like...
Oh, it's struggling. It looks so...
Yeah, I knocked it down. Fucking lay down, idiot. Oh, dead. Dead. And all of them, they lay down and then they blink and then they close their eyes.
Oh, man, that's kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah, but I love it. I love to watch them die. Sorry, dudes.
Sorry, monsties. Oh,
eat shit all the time.
Is it just your creatures that are monsties, or is everything a monstie?
Everything's a monster.
Yeah.
But once you form your bond with them, they become a monster.
Of course.
There's me stealing his fucking egg. I beat the fuck out of him and then I steal his eggy. I love this shit.
Monster Hunter Stories
2.
And you're playing it.
Ruin.
Rings of Ruin. You're playing it on PC, yes?
No.
Oh, no, you're playing it on a Switch.
Yeah, playing on a Switch.
Yeah,
so there is like sometimes tons of frame drops, which is real sad.
Right.
And like sometimes if you talk to a character and it'll zoom in on them and the background will be like this tessellating pixel pattern to try and like do like a gradient of the background.
Yeah.
It's like fucked up.
The depth of field is just pixels.
Yeah, and like it kind of like turns like the bottom third of the screen behind the character into like a carpet, like a cross-stitch carpet. Like so weird.
So funny.
But it's really, really good. Like I'm just addicted to the game loop. Run out, fucking do some subquests, grab an egg, go into a den, come home, hatch the egg, send another team of monsters out on an expedition, go back to it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Sick.
I love it.
Mad. And what here you're pretty low level, but what level are you currently?
I'm level
actually, you're like
27 or 28.
Oh,
like,
wow. Okay. Yeah.
These are not like level 9 was probably near where I was at when I was leaving the demo.
Okay, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. It feels like so long ago. I got so many monsties just chilling out. Let's see. Let's go forward. No, fuck that guy. Get out of a fight. Walk around. No. Oh, here we go. We can just look at a little weird cutscene. There you
They're
go.
cool looking characters, though.
That's my character with the green hair. Look at that.
Yeah, the green hair is right.
It's freaking sick. She got a mohawk.
Avinia.
Yeah, lame. There's your fucking sidekick. Weird as hell.
Loser.
Look at his dumb head. All the other cats look way cuter.
Is he a palico? I thought they looked heaps different.
He's a feline, yeah. So he's different to the rest. Right. But my character is fucking cool as shit. Yeah.
So good.
And you can change your character whenever you want. Man, I just love this game. Like, I don't have anything other than good words for it. When I was playing yesterday on stream, so many people came in. They're like, I didn't care about this game until I watched you play it. Like, it's just something about it is just so immersive, and the music is so good. And like, I just want to complete the story. I'm always going for the story quest and just getting goods along the way. Like, I love this fucking game. So good. That's awesome. Huge recommend to anyone that wants to play anything similar.
Yeah, nice. Good stuff.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, you didn't play Rise, did you?
No. Well, Rise is, from what I understand, more just like a regular Monster Hunter.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, yeah. What are we going to watch?
Oh, we're gonna watch some of State of Play in a minute, but
hell yeah,
nice one, very cool, highly recommended Japanese games.
Hugely recommended.
How good?
Hugely recommended. You just want to catch some eggs, bro.
Yeah, you got me tempted, but I have neither of those platforms. In my
only Switch and PC. How weird.
That is weird. Like, Switch and PC seems like a weird combination, but whatever. It is Capcom. They like doing weird shit.
I can do whatever they want.
Yeah, if it's that good.
If that's good, I'll play it. And I love it.
All right. Let's get into this State of Play.
Yes.
So, PlayStation had a 30-minute State of Play on Thursday last week, where they showed off the main crux of it was Deathloop, which, like, I'm excited for that game. It's gonna be
get over it.
Very funny. I'm not ecstatic about it.
Ecstatic.
Come on.
That's on.
No, I'm
disgusting.
I'm really excited about Deathloop, but I feel like, and I obviously don't have a PS5, but I kind of want to buy one just for Deathloop. But also, I feel we've seen a lot of that game now.
We have seen a lot of that game, and to be very honest, as soon as Deathloop came on, I watched like a minute or two, and then I just went, like,
yeah, because it's not like, I don't think arcane games are for everybody, right? Like, they're really And I love this. I love that Sony are really pushing this game.
It looks cool, but we've just seen so much of it.
But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, like it's not going to be a system seller. Like it is not.
No.
There's no way that it's going to be this huge game that's going to make people go out and buy a PlayStation 5. I mean, not like they need that. They're selling out constantly, and you can barely get one. And you're right, Lost Forever. It will be on Game Pass in a year's time. But I want to play it at release, but I'm not going to be able to because I can't get a PlayStation. And
you will not achieve your dreams. Sorry.
I will not ever achieve my dreams.
I just I think it looks cool. I think the idea is cool, but to me, there's nothing like super special about it. Like
it looks like Dishonored. It's weird.
Yeah, and I was talking to Cal, and he was like,
literally the same.
The powers look fun, but Cal said like it's like learning the patterns of the people that you're watching is exactly the same as if you were playing Hitman and you're going out to kill them, except when you die, you like are Deathlooped instead of respawning. Like it's just like a game mechanic as opposed to you died, start again.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. And I wonder how they'll use where's
the difference going to be? Yeah. Is it going to be more like Hades? Like, because it kind of like seems like a roguelike from what I saw, like kind of in a way.
Well, I think
right.
I think it kind of is.
And because they were like, you can stack up bodies to get that permanent currency to have permanent unlocks for your next run. So next mission. So roguelike elements. They
definitely haven't pitched it as a roguelike, but
no,
it's got those vibes. Because I mean, what other game that's a time loop isn't a roguelike? Because obviously
Returnal,
you're going to be
right, a bit huge Returnal vibes.
Yeah, true. You're obviously going to be like doing roguelike kind of stuff because you're going to level up your powers and then you die and then you still have your power. Like I assume you still have your permanent unlocks.
Right.
Some of that will be your powers.
And then saving up the guns for certain missions. Like it just I don't know.
Yeah, I'm interested. Like I think it's going to be an amazing game because I think Arcane make amazing games. But like the co-op side of things, well, not co-op, the PvP thing. Well, okay.
I don't want it.
I haven't read the there's like a Game Informer cover story from a little while ago about this game. And I think they go into a lot of details about it, but I haven't read that. So I don't know probably as much as I could know because I've seen enough now. I can kind of be in the dark a little bit, but I don't know how the PvP is going to work. And I don't know why you would want, like, I'm the kind of person who plays Dishonored like really slowly. Like I stealth through everything. I go through every drawer and I'm really meticulous and I like being stealthy and I hate being seen. And I don't think you're going to be able to like scum save this game and like go back if you get spotted or something like that. You're probably just going to have to take it as it is, like a roguelike. But that like doesn't really work for me in the way I play Dishonored, and it you know, obviously it's not Dishonored, but it's going to have similarities.
Yes, like,
and I don't know how having an enemy player in the game is going to kind of ruin that. Like if I'm trying to be stealthy and I'm hiding from everything and I'm like going through every like little room and trying to work out every little piece of the puzzle, and someone comes into my game and they just come up and shoot me, like that's not fun to me. And I think
me playing Dark Souls, fuck off invaders. I don't want you.
And I think that's going to be something you can turn off, but
just don't play online.
Well, that's
problem solved. Dark Souls has taught me well. No, I'm kidding.
And they're not the kind of developer to be like, no, this is an only online game. I mean, they might be, but I don't think they would be. It does look kind of like Dishonored crossed with Returnal for sure. Lost forever. All right. So that's how they ended the show. But let's talk about what else they showed at State of Play. They opened with Moss. Now, Moss 2.
Book 2.
Moss Book 2.
How dare you just call it Moss 2, you fucker.
Sorry. I'm
Book
so
2.
sorry. Jesus.
Yeah, you should
it's a PlayStation VR game. What's your thoughts on this, Kat?
My thoughts is, before the State of Play actually happened, they said, PSVR will not be there because obviously everyone's waiting on that fucking new VR.
Yes.
That they said was going to come, but wasn't coming this year. And then they open it with a VR game. Fuck off.
That's so true, actually.
What? It's so rude. So rude. Also, I don't get why this game is a VR game, really. Nothing about it seems especially VR to me when I saw it. Is it VR only? You know how some games aren't VR only? It is?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. But apparently the first one's really good.
Not played it because I don't own VR. But look at that. That. How do I play this in VR when...
Yeah. I think it's is it Astrobot? You're above the player or something like that? I don't know. You're above the character and you can look around. I don't know how it works, but I think that's what the two big PlayStation VR games are not typical VR games. Which, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. It interests me, Zero, though. Because I don't have VR.
Yeah, me too. Zero. Probably less than Zero for me. You know what interested me even less than Zero?
Oh, the next one? Arcade-ageddon. You know what?
It was funny. Also, what did they make?
Some
Predator Hunting Grounds and Friday the 13th.
Well, I like the aesthetic. That's what I thought. And then I was I don't really... This is a battle royale.
May as well be.
And then, that's what I was thinking when I watched it. And I was like... I love the characters, though.
They have no noses, but I like them.
Yeah, I like them.
I don't know. This is the kind of game that I look at and I just go, no one's going to be playing this in 6 months' time. And I know that's so mean. That's so harsh, and I feel for developers. But come on, look at your game. Why try and compete in the market with multiplayer? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like those characters. I feel like
even the way the loot comes out of a chest just looks like and
right.
Yeah.
And in many ways, I did like it. I thought that looks nice, but then I thought it has too many of those connotations to me. I feel like this could in 6 months be here's our battle royale mode. Here
absolutely.
Or in 3 months, they're we made this game just to put the battle royale mode in. We made a whole game for that.
Yeah, and I don't know. I guess the one thing is at least they're launching into early access on console, and that's not the full release, so they can work with the player base and.
But early access, I don't know. I understand early access, but sometimes I'm like, what? You're gonna lose the steam on your game before it comes out. If
it's not really, really good. And if it doesn't get that audience that really care about it, it will lose steam. It will no one will care about it even before it 1.0 releases. And that's even worse, I think.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
This game looks okay. Tribes of Midgard. I can't remember who it's developed by, but it looks cool. I like the whole bit of base building and stuff looks kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a quick look up for this game. What did you think of this?
I think I don't know. When we first saw it, it interested me, but this second trailer has lost my interest. I think because I think the difference between the trailers that has lost me is that the first trailer showed more of the co-op in bigger teams, right?
Yeah, 10-player is
10
what
player.
is kind of really cool to me.
Yeah, and in the first one, they showed like big groups of people running around, and this one you got groups of 2 or 3. And obviously there was a lot less focus on just the game at large and more like, oh, here's season 1, here's some content that's coming. This is going to be a a service. This is going to keep going.
Unfortunately, that's my problem with it, mainly.
Yeah, like I didn't realize it was going to be that type of game. I thought it was just going to be a nice little bit of fun. And I can't keep up with any service games. What am I supposed to do?
Dude,
I don't have time for that shit.
Not a chance in hell. And it's also not free to play, so it doesn't have that pool where I can just download it. Like
no, the seasons will be free.
Yes,
but
yeah, and not that it's a problem that it's not free to play, but it's like I'm not getting into a service game that I can play for free, let alone one that I have to pay for. Like, I don't know. Also, it's only on PlayStation Steam, apparently. I thought it was
just this trailer was just a very different vibe to the first one. So I don't know.
Yes, for sure.
This state of play goes fast. Fuck.
It really does. I'm surprised. Like this is going quicker than we can even talk about it.
Yeah. This thing.
Fist. Forged in Shadow Torch. I'm sorry, but like, what the fuck does
that mean?
Don't create the name first and then try and make an anagram.
I was like, I wrote down Forged in Shadow Torch, and then I looked back at it and I was like, did I write the wrong thing? Like, not really what it is. Doesn't interest me at all.
No, it doesn't look interesting at all. I think that's my problem.
Look at those titties, though. Those are interesting. No, that's small. That lady in the
what is this anyway?
Hunter's Arena Legends.
Come on. Oh, actually, now this
one's interesting.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know why this isn't in the write-up I'm looking at, but
you are a hunter. You go fight demons, either single in a group of 3, and there is 30 other people. No, you're there's 29 other people that you might have to fucking fight as well, because for some reason hunters can't get along.
Yeah, and like I think it has an interesting interesting characters design, an interesting premise behind it. I think it's clever that it's a bit of a different take, and the combat looks really cool.
Yeah, I like the demons too. The demons look cool.
Yeah,
and the ladies look nice.
The PvE and the ladies look nice.
The ladies, yeah. These guys lame, but the ladies,
yeah, they look like straight out of bloody Final Fantasy.
Hell yeah!
I should kill chaos.
Yeah.
My only problem with a game like this is like,
I'd be so pissed off if I was killing a demon and someone else came and fucking punched it and took my kill.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Does a multiplayer game ever actually feel like this combat looks like, this like has hell weight to it and stuff, but like if you're playing multiplayer, you're either just going to get hacked to shit or you're going to hack someone to shit. There's going to be no like back and forth like combat. I don't know.
They showed a section where someone like attacked someone else and launched them up in the air and then just fucking wailed on them for 7 seconds. I was like, I would be so mad. I'd be like, leave me the fuck alone. Put me down. I'll leave.
Yeah.
Like, go.
Yeah, I'll just quit the game. Yeah. No, looks cool. Terrible
that girl in
name.
Front, that one, that blue gray skin lady. Who is she? Love her.
All about a good gray skin.
I'm there for her. It is on PS Plus though.
Yes.
For free. For free, for no extra payment inside your PS Plus subscription. So maybe I'll give it a go. Maybe I'll give it a little download. That's on August 3rd.
I think that game has more potential than Arcadegeddon simply because it's I don't know, a bit more of a creative take, and it's a cool world. It's a much more interesting idea.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Now, everyone's raving about Sifu. This like really doesn't do it for me. I think it's the kind of game I'd need to get like hands on to feel like the combat's as good as people keep saying it is.
Yeah, they had a previous game. What was it called? I played it. Absolver.
Oh yes, yeah.
Very cool. So if it's like that, then I definitely understand why people are so excited for it. I imagine it will be exactly like that.
Yeah.
From what it looks like. But I played Absolver like when it came out. And I also fucking had the problem that we were talking about in Hunter's Arena, where someone would come up to me and just fucking kick the shit out of me, and I'm like, I can't do anything. Like, leave me alone. Fuck off. Let me just walk away. I'll leave or kill me now. Like, but it got delayed. Rip.
It did get delayed. Rest in pepperonis. It did get delayed. Yeah, I guess we'll see how we go. Hand-to-hand combat games, it always makes me go back and think about Sleeping Dogs. Amazing combat in that game. The hand-to-hand combat was just so fun. So maybe that'll be my draw into it.
Like the stances and shit, like that shit was hard for me.
So the one where they had no faces, did they have no faces?
Yeah, and you could wear masks. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah, nice. Jet, the Far Shore. This looks pretty cool. Clever. Bit of exploration based. It seemed to be like making a point that like games don't have to be violent or something like that. And
yeah, except sometimes things attack you. They say that. They make a point about how no stress, just vibes. And then they're like, but sometimes.
Well, maybe it was, you can't do combat, but other things can attack you.
I'm confused about this. The whole game, they show like mostly this running around in a ship. They say, you're looking for resources, but you're not doing resource gathering or anything. And then like for most of the trailer, it's just showing you in a ship, scanning shit, whatever. And then they're like, and you can be boots on the ground. And they show you as boots on the ground, but not what do you do when you're boots on the ground?
I don't know.
What do you do? I don't know.
Also, is that,
show me anything.
Is that a full-size ship or a really tiny ship?
I don't know. Some of those rocks look, I don't know. How big are those plants? I must be on that ship if it goes boots on the ground.
Yeah, but
it's
it
also
seems like
just
a
so
really
far away.
Yeah, I kind of like that though. I
kind of like it, but sometimes it looks like you dive straight into the fucking ground.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but I'm kind of.
And then you've got these nightmare sequences. Like, I really wonder what this like actual game is going to turn out like. There's so many like just such different things that you're seeing.
Some of these areas look insane.
Look
like that. So I was like, wait, there's like industrial area. I thought you were on like a random planet.
Right. They said you were on a random planet and that you were trying not to like impact the environment. So what's that giant
industrial area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I fly through those plant loops, do I get a speed boost? Like, I don't know. The world looks cool, but I don't quite get it yet.
2021 though, sometime
soon.
Very cool. Demon Slayer is getting a game. Have you watched this anime?
Yeah, I watched all except for the movie. I haven't watched the movie. But this part that they're showing here is it's in the anime.
I think I've seen this part. Yeah, it's like one of the only parts of the anime I've actually watched.
Yeah, and this whole trailer that shows all these parts is like exactly like it. Like exactly like the anime, except with combat in it. That's my favorite character, that little fucker. That little beautiful man. Which is fine. but it kind of it made me think that the whole game was based in this
this one small section.
Yeah, this little temple dojo area. But right at the end, they show like a bunch of screens of different little bits of gameplay. And you're like outside running around and doing all this other shit. And I'm like, well, why did they just show a ton of this? It seems so strange.
Almost because like a fighting game. It's just like, this is the one arena that you're ever going to fight in.
It does look like that. And like, to be honest, I don't think this is a very good trailer.
No. No.
It doesn't, like, it shows that there's like different types of like combat within the arena as opposed to just being like a 2D combat or anything like that. Like here, like all the this one. This is just shots of the anime. No, it's not. Those are in game. Yeah.
Gameplay, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, how big is this? Like, like how much are you actually gonna play? Why did you just show me that one little room? And like why just only that gameplay? Like, what's the rest of it? So weird.
Some Japanese trailers are really not good. This one, however, is really good. This is a typical Yakuza trailer. But like, yeah, some Japanese, like, remember the Square Enix trailers at E3 a couple of years ago, and they just had the Kingdom Hearts trailer.
Oh my god, that was trash.
Kingdom Hearts one. The Kingdom Hearts one didn't even have.
I forgot about that Kingdom Hearts one. That was so bad. It was so bad.
So dumb.
Wait, you're right. This is a trend that I hadn't seen. Oh my god, I feel stupid now.
And there's way too many trailers that just have like constant voice lines from the show. And I think that Demon Slayer one was the same. It's like just like voice lines. It's like,
but look at this trailer. This trailer shows tons of different things that will happen in the game, right?
Yeah.
Like heaps of different
and like some story scenarios, some straight up gameplay.
Like, which is great. Like what? That's what I wanted to see from the Demon Slayer one, because I walked away from the Demon Slayer one being like completely, entirely uninterested. But what the hell is going on with the rest of like the gameplay that you didn't show me? What's going on? Whereas this is like showing me so much. I'm like, is this a serious game or not? Can't tell. That fucking dead body looked pretty serious.
I mean, it's Yakuza game. You can't. It's both serious and the most wacky shit ever.
Judgment.
The shit. Well, Demon Slayer. I worry that Demon Slayer is going to be like so many other anime games where it just rehashes the entire anime, and it's just quite like not an actual. I think that's exactly what you'll get
from what I saw. Like, and even like obviously that house is exactly what happens in the anime, but all those other little scenes, like they were so similar to the anime that just a second ago I was confused whether or not it was the anime or the game.
Yeah.
So I think that's exactly what will happen.
It's weird. It's weird. All right. Here we go. Remastered. It's not remastered. It's fucking hell. I'm so sick of this, like, this trend of like games that came out less than 2 years ago saying they're remastered. They haven't been fucking remastered. No. It's just slightly upgraded. Death Stranding director's cut. Look, I loved Death Stranding. We both loved Death Stranding.
Great game.
Like, I had so many good things to say about it, but also some bad things to say about it.
Yeah.
Like Princess Beach.
Oh my god, Princess Beach was the worst. But like none of this stuff that they're putting out here, better melee, mazer gun, turret guns, firing range.
The things I don't want to do in Death Stranding is
combat. I'm like, I do not want to do that. No. I do not want to do that.
They do have jumps. Here we go. The cargo catapult. Like, this is more interesting to me.
Skeleton. Love that. Buddy
the
bot.
buddy bot.
Oh,
all about it. You can
absolutely.
ride him.
Jump ramp, fantastic. We definitely needed that because I tried to make so many jumps. Fragile circuit. Don't know why that's there, but
why is this?
Do I have to build the road before I can do the fragile circuit? Like,
why? What kind of fucking crack is Kojima on? Like
the new story missions. That's what I would like to see. That's it.
Yeah, and is that the last thing that came up there, or is there not? Yeah, okay, cool. I just turned away for a sec.
Trying to connect fucking America, but let me just hold on a second.
While I play some Mario Kart.
Yeah. First, I must build a circuit because there's no roads here anymore. So give me about 7 hours because those materials take a long time to get. Then let's fucking race, baby.
Oh, fucking hell. It's so stupid.
So weird. And then, like, can I take that fragile car onto the circuit? Like, off the circuit, sorry, and across America?
I wonder.
Like, that would be
drive across America. Kojima, you crazy bastard.
You've done it again.
Speaking of Kojima, the crazy bastard, there's an article from Liana Rupert over at GameInformer.com. It is hilarious. Don't call Death Stranding director's cut a director's cut, according to Hideo Kojima. So, this, can you help me understand this quote, Kat? Do you want to read this? Do you want
because
to read
I don't understand it. All right. Do you want me to read his tweet?
Yes, please.
All right. Hideo Kojima says, a director's cut in a movie is an additional edit to a shortened version that was either released reluctantly because the director did not have the right to edit it, or because the running time had to be shortened. In the game, it is not what was cut, but what was additionally produced that was included. Director's plus? So, in my opinion, I don't like to call it director's cut.
Director's plus? What does that mean?
Director's plus? What is delectors? What? How is a delector the opposite of a director? But also, what is a delector? Is that a word?
It's not even a word.
What is he trying to say? What words has he put together? Delector. Delector. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not finding anything. Delector.
Plus. Oh my god.
Freaking.
Oh my god.
Whatever, Hideo. Also, did he not name it a director's cut? Who
exactly?
Or did they come to him being like, we're making a director's cut? He was like, no, it's a director's plus. It's not. And they're like, no, Hideo, we can't call it the director's plus.
That's not a thing. That's not
We're not calling it the director's plus. You are outvoted. You are off the board.
Oh
this is a director's cut.
Lost forever. I'm sorry. He didn't write director. He wrote director.
And he wrote director so many other times. He knows what a director is.
Oh my god.
And like delectors as a word on its own must have tried to autocorrect. Like there's no way. There's no way he accidentally wrote delectors.
Oh my god. Kojima, you crazy bastard.
God.
What is a delector?
The cargo cannon though, that's fucking sick.
I'm way more interested about the cargo stuff than I care about the combat, because the combat is just god awful in that game, and the less of it the better, I say.
Exactly. The fucking robot that I can sit on that runs across the landscape for me. That's what I want. Like, is that so that you can set a place for it to go and you can just get up and leave while it walks for 2 hours? Like,
yeah. I wonder if you can you carry a corpse on your back while being carried around by that? So you just this stack of people.
Bo Selector.
Bo Selector. Thanks, Lost Brother. That's
hilarious.
That's incredible. Woo. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. But Death Stranding, if you haven't played it, I mean, it's worth playing because it's batshit.
It is really good, yeah. The story is the absolute best bit. Like, I will definitely watch like a super cut of the new scenes, like, or something. Like, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
But I will not be playing that game again. That's a long game. That's a long ass game.
Especially with more content, you know, like, yeah.
And I already built the biggest zip line on earth. Like, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, and it's not the kind exactly right. It's not the kind of game you can just like, I'm just going to play the story and power through. Like, no. You have to do so much stuff to even traverse the world that, like,
traversing the world is the game. Like, I don't want to fight anyone. I want to, like, you know, like Bennett Foddy's Getting Over It, where traversing the world is the game. It's like that, but in a 3D space. That's it.
Yeah.
And I don't want anything else. Story and rock climbing. That's all. Thank you.
Oh dear. Fucking hell, Kojima. But still, I got to give it to him. That ending is still like one of the coolest things.
Yeah, it is fantastic. That story is so good. I saw in that little bit of gameplay though that he was like shooting the jellyfish in the sky, and I was like, you can do that? Like, that's how much I didn't like combat. I just snuck past everything or ran past. I was like, see ya. I got my 300 kilograms of goods on my back.
So good. Well, we've already talked about this game at length.
See a game.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks really good. Again, I'm not sure why this game is a PlayStation 5 exclusive though, because it would absolutely work on a PS4.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like, again, Cal said when we were watching it, he was like, I don't know if this really like looks like PS5. Like it doesn't. There's nothing outstanding there that makes you think, wow, this would be way too intensive on.
No. And I guess that's fine. Like, it's a new generation.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't have to look fantastic. I just wonder why it's PS5 only.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's fine that it's PS5. Like, you know, like they're going to have to get to the point where games are just coming out on one console. But it feels weird that this is the game. This is the game at the moment. Like, there's been a few, you know, Returnal and Demon's Souls and
Returnal is fucking beautiful, and it uses that new controller very well. So like, unless this has, you know, new controller.
Well, they did talk about the new controller stuff, but it seems
I zoned out, I guess, by then.
Yeah. But it seems like it's like, you know, I don't know. The weapons will feel different. Like, I don't know how much. I haven't used the controller, so forgive my ignorance. But I don't know how much you can really do with a controller in a game like this, where, you know, it's essentially Dishonored. I mean, when he does the blink, which I'm sure isn't called blink, but it's literally the same animation as blink from Dishonored. And like, blink is like the main thing you do in Dishonored. Like, it's your main tool in Dishonored 1 and 2. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of crawling through windows like this. It looks great. Like, I think it looks like
a
really fun experience. And the style, it's got a lot of
it's got
a lot of style. Very groovy. A lot of upstairs windows. That's all I can get from all of these games.
Lots and lots of. We love windows here.
Love a good window climb.
He talks a lot during this too. Lots of talking.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm like, shut up, dude. You're sneaking around.
Arcane's like Corvo, never met it. Sweet. Well, that's state of play. Do you want to bitch about Nintendo for a few minutes?
Oh yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
OLED.
This is We do need a new Thief game. That would be cool. All right. SWOLED.
SWOLED.
So
why did it be that way?
Why Nintendo be that way?
To be fair, like I think, on reflection, this is classic Nintendo. Like,
absolutely. Oh, absolutely. We should have all known it was coming.
3DS, 2D plus model. Like, like they fucking do that shit all the time. So really, in retrospect, we should have expected this. But I still can't say that I don't think it's dumb.
Yeah. Yep. You're absolutely right. And yeah, I've listened to a few podcasts where they talk about this and there's like some kind of differing opinions. It's like, well, there's no precedent for them doing an actual Switch Pro like everyone was thinking, but there actually is, because you're right about the Switch thing, the DS thing. It's like, I don't know what came first. DS Lite, DSi, which I think had a different something in it. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
3DS, which was...
Yeah. And then they had the new 3DS, and then they made the 2DS, and then they had the new 3DS XL and the new 2DS XL. Like,
yeah, but they had the 3DS, and that was a new system. Like, it still played DS games, but it was technically a new system. And then, the 2DS, which was just a 2D version of the 3DS.
Yeah.
But then the new 3DS, well, then there was a 3DS XL, and then the new Nintendo 3DS was apparently a huge upgrade when it came to the actual processor. So there is a bit of that precedent for them doing something where they actually upgrade the processor, upgrade the entire system, not just like make a little change. Because it's like, what, a 7-inch screen?
Had face tracking in it for the new 3DS.
Wow.
So
okay.
It had a new processor and face tracking.
What pointless feature is that? Why?
I know.
So dumb. 7-inch screen, in today's smartphone world, that's not even that big either.
Tiny.
And the same Joy-Cons, the same, like, it's got a bigger stand. Better watch out for the bigger stand.
Look out.
Better speakers, because, I don't ever play my Switch with headphones on or, just volume all the way down.
Right.
Also, where's
with it fucking turned all the way up?
Where's the benefit for the people who don't play in handheld mode? Like, sorry, it's got a LAN port.
For what? For Splatoon?
Well, yeah, for Splatoon, because apparently the Wi-Fi modem in a Switch is really bad.
That's a shame. Like, well, actually, every time I turn on my Switch, it's like internet was disconnected. And I'm like, okay. And then 2 seconds later, it's like, oh, the internet's here.
I think Nintendo's still learning what the internet is.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it is a shit screen, to be fair. Like, the Switch, when you look at it, you can just fucking see those pixels. Like, they're huge. And they're massive. And I thought we left that shit behind a long time ago. It's
a bigger screen and the same size, that same, what's the word? Resolution. So there's going to be, the pixel density is less. That's what I don't get. It's like, it'd be fine if this was a 7-inch display and it was 1080p, because then it would be a normal pixel density. Like everyone tore apart Apple for the iPhone XR for being like just over 800p on a 6.1 inch display. But it's like, this is bigger.
Look better than
lower
Switch
resolution and OLED. Like, an OLED I think it would actually look better on OLED just because it's going to the colors will look better. But I don't know. Like I just don't understand Nintendo at all.
Yeah, if you're not upping the resolution, fuck the OLED. Like,
yeah, why have a smaller pixel density and a bigger screen with OLED? Like, why not just make it a 1080p LCD panel? Like, and just this is what I don't understand about the Switch. There's many things I don't understand about the Switch, but when it's in the dock, what's in the dock that makes it that significantly more powerful that does 1080p? Like, what is in the dock?
I literally don't get it. Like, I fully don't understand. And like I'm playing Monster Hunter on like docked.
Yeah,
I can still fucking, like I said, like it fucking makes it look like I've got fucking carpet there as it fucking dithers the pixels apart. Like,
yeah.
So it like I don't know. Like when I played on my TV and I'm sitting on a couch and I'm far away, it looks fine. But when I'm sitting in my chair and I'm looking at my monitor, it looks a little poo-poo. I can see the fucking edges of every character. You know how like when they
like halo effect.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like a halo pixel effect. Yeah, it's fucking whack. Look at those TVs. They're huge. There's no way that looks great.
No.
There's no way. Really? Also, you can get it in white. Like, sweet.
Yeah, and the dock itself is slightly different. And see that.
The dock actually covers all the edges in the new one, whereas the dock in the old one, like what is it? Like a centimeter of screen is poking out.
Yeah, true.
Oh no, a centimeter screen is still poking out. Never mind. I fully lied to you, just straight to your face.
And also, does this mean they're still going to sell the Switch? The normal Switch? Why?
Looks like it.
Why? Oh my god!
I don't get it. Like, is there? No, I need to look up like a comparison chart.
I'm just looking up to see what's inside a Switch dock.
Fucking holes for cables.
But like, there's got to be something in there that allows it.
Oh hell yeah! Double the base storage. Nice.
Oh yeah, from 32 to 64 gig. Yeah, meanwhile, the PlayStation is getting torn apart for being 700 gig. It's like, come on.
Fucking 64. 32, what I have.
Yeah, literally. They did get you. They got rid of the USB 3 for the LAN port. Like, why? Why do that?
So stupid.
Just add another friggin' port. It's not that small.
Christ. So dumb. Let me pull my hair out. Oh, the size, it's slightly different.
Yeah. I can't find out.
Oh, and it's slightly heavier. This is...
There's a Quora question. What does the dock of Nintendo Switch do exactly?
What the fucking point of it, though? I like the white, though. Because my whole setup is white and black. So, you know, that appeals to me.
Match the PlayStation.
Yeah, match my PlayStation.
A small board that divides the high-speed USB-C signal from the port.
That's why they did it. Maybe that's why they did it. They wanted to match the PlayStation. Japan's going in on it together. Black and white, baby. Black and white.
Okay, so I think it just, because it allows more power to the Switch than the battery can provide, it allows the GPU to run at a higher clock speed.
That makes sense.
To get more power. But they didn't upgrade the battery. Also, like, this is so frustrating. They didn't upgrade the battery. So it's got the same battery life, but it's an OLED display. So wouldn't you think it would use less battery because it's an OLED, because they use less power? But it uses the same amount of battery. They didn't upgrade the battery, and it's not 1080p. It's like, I'm sorry, but that is fucking extortion. And you know what? You know why they do it? Because everybody is going to buy it. Everyone who's like got the original Switch from 4 years ago, and they're going to be like, "No, I'm not buying it. I barely play my current Switch that cost me $470 friggin' dollars. Like, nah, fuck that."
Wait, if I got a new one, how do I move my save data across?
That's a really funny joke you just told. You thought it was bad trying to get your bloody upgraded version of Ghost of Tsushima to your PlayStation 5.
God.
Just wait till you get a new Switch. I don't even know if it's possible, to be honest. I don't think it's possible.
I love this article. If you're already a Switch owner, it's questionable if the OLED model is worth swapping your existing console for. Nothing more to be said, really. Like,
yeah, it's so ridiculous. And you know what? Hey, it's going to cost them fuck all to make it, and they're going to sell every single one of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So good business, people. That's all I know. That is all I know.
So weird.
I just find there's no innovation in there. Like the Switch itself, very innovative, very good system.
Surprising how well, like, not that it's been received, because obviously everything Nintendo does is received well, but like,
well, not the Wii U.
You're right. The Wii U did eat shit. But like, it's been so accepted. Whereas like,
oh, it's huge.
I feel like when it was announced, everyone was like, "That's a piece of shit," but like, everyone was like, "That's not going to work. What a gimmick! What a fucking gimmick! What a nerd piece of garbage!" And now everyone owns one. So
yeah, I mean, they sold like 80 million units or some shit in 4 years.
They know the power that they have.
Yeah, and everyone just like splooges over Nintendo first-party games, and hey, it's gaming. You like what you like. People like what they like. That's all. That's all it is. Yeah. But on that terrible disappointment, let's talk about what's coming up this week on twitch.tv/CapCat.
Yeah, let's. It's more Monster Hunter.
Hell yeah, Monster Hunty.
Eat shit, we're getting more eggs. That's tomorrow. We're looking for eggs. We're training our monsties. I learned how to fly today. That was cool. Amazing.
Sick.
You know how before when we were watching and I said that's the worst fucking creature in the game as we walked past it?
Yeah.
For the longest time, for a really long time, for most of the time I've played the game, it was the only monstie that I had that could climb ivy. And I said, I'll just never climb ivy. Forget those areas. I'm not going up. Disgusting. I fucking hate that bitch. Catcher watcher. Idiot. Disgusting. But we'll be playing more. Get ready to hear some very strong opinions when we play that on Wednesday. And on Sunday, we're back with Soul Sunday, my favorite day of the week.
Sick.
And we do it all again.
He's still in Dark Souls 2?
We are. Dark Souls 2 is huge. Like, we're still...
But is it like 42 bosses or some shit?
Yeah, it's massive. Like, we just went through Aldia's Keep, so we've not finished the main game. We went into the first DLC, but we haven't finished it, and we haven't even touched the other 2 DLC. So we got a lot left to go.
Huge. Sick.
I love it.
That's fantastic. Everybody go follow and subscribe.
Give me a subscribe.
Cat. Twitch.tv/CapCat. And you can find Cat on Twitter at CapCatty. You can find me on Twitter at Direckt Gaming. We would love for you to go and check out the audio version of the podcast on your favorite podcast platform. We've just had 2 more people join in to watch as we're wrapping up as usual.
Sick.
If you appreciate what we do, if you like our content, and if you like our podcast, go onto Apple Podcasts and please give us a 5-star review. We would love you forever for that.
Mwah,
and big kiss, a moose kiss. Go over onto the YouTube channel, give us a subscribe, give us a like, share it with your friends.
And your family.
Share it with your family. Share it with your Nintendo Switch loving friends.
Oh, yeah.
Best part of Dark Souls 2, balanced. Laz is
Dark Souls 2 is the best.
Always stirring the pot when it comes to Dark Souls.
Every part of Dark Souls 2 is the best.
You heard it here first. All right, everybody. Thank you, Kat, for joining me. As always, it's been a pleasure. Stay warm, all rugged up there. Look toasty warm. I try. Thank you, everybody, for listening to and watching this episode of Controllers and Coffee. We shall see you next week. Peace the fuck out.
Bye.
Bye.